we go, or so it says. There we go. What do you say, Cecil? No, not the wrist. He has just got it in for me today. He says, I see toys on your wrist. I'm going to play with them. Don't you, Cecil? Cecil, can you say hello? You can, but I don't see you say it much. Hello? Now, Cecil likes to play with two things at once, or three. He's trying to put my arm into the mix too, but aren't you, Cecil? Aren't you? Hey, Cecil. Hey, sea salt. And Lucy. Lucy Bird. Hey, loose girl. Yeah, she has no feathers on her chest, so when it's cool outside, I like to keep her on my chest, which will stay warmer. My baby. That's stop with the watch. It's not like it isn't already beat up, but it's not your personal toy. This is everything's my toy. You know what? I am going to probably have to cook you for dinner. He's like, no, you wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. But you leave my watch alone. Just leave it alone. You're a good bird, but you are such a pest. You are such a pest. That's right. Pippa says, that's right. That's right. Well, hi, guys. Here we are at the Chloe Sanctuary. Babaloo's on a day's restriction after his incident this morning. He got a little too rough with Cause, so he's not out. But all the regulars are out, right? Right, Lucy? You got Cecil and Lucy. And who are you? Are you Salamander? Salamander. Snowball. Okay. Who pooped on the back of the chair? And there you are, Sugarbird. And Jasmine and Romeo. No, Cecil. No. Cecil, you passed? Can't take paper out of the paper dispenser without him. Yep. Yeah, I've got to get the poop out of my hair, okay? All right, is that okay with you, Cecil? You don't really want the paper. He doesn't really want the paper. He wants to take the paper away from me. That's what he wants to do. Because he never keeps it. He just grabs it away from me. I think you lost this. You lost it. You had two of them. I don't know where the other one went. Okay, you are just fixated on my arm. And that sleeve will not stay down, so he's just going to keep going after it, aren't you? No, you leave it alone. I'll try to. No, you're not going to do that.
Oh, Cecil, where's his ball?
Oh, he's got a pile of them over in the corner there. He doesn't seem to be interested in them today.
Okay.
He's playing with other.
And A Beautiful Life are in chat, and Falcon to join us. So hello and welcome.
Hi, guys.
A Beautiful Life wants to know what's the news, And Falcons who says, oh dear, Bob wasn't a good boy. And Cecil pooped on Don. Yeah, Cecil sometimes does pooping.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know who did that. Somebody pooped on the back of the chair. I'm not sure who it was. Well, it wasn't him, though. He was sitting here. So when I turned my head around, I found it. Might have been. Yeah, it might have been Sugar. Yeah, the news. Well, right now, I've put in a call to the lender and no response yet. So I'm still waiting. Usually just text her because she's not good about answering phone calls. But I told her we had donors who wanted to know what was going on. So maybe she'll call me back within the next couple of hours, or she'll text me back on let me know what's going on. So we're still waiting there. For Giving Tuesday, what we're going to focus on is trying to get people to give small donations monthly. Stop it. Either by becoming members on the website or on the YouTube site, sorry, or joining Patreon and a couple of dollars a month, that kind of thing. That way we can show the lending company that we have the regular income coming in. So $2, $3, whatever you can afford, something less than a Starbucks coffee. Or something less than one of Cecil's balls over there. Which I discovered the difference between the price of them retail and wholesale. They're 75 cents a piece wholesale, and they're $5 a piece retail. So that tells you what the industry is doing to. They're making a ton off of birds, that's for sure. And I just ordered Instagram. Actually, I ran a fundraiser there to get toys and got enough to buy 754 pieces of toys. So stop it. Some of them are his little plastic balls. Most of it is wood because this one chews all the wood up. Bob's been chewing a lot of wood lately. So has Snowball, which is unusual. He just usually goes through the wood on the toy in about 3 days. He's buzzing through them in about 20 minutes now. So yeah, cramped quarters is probably the number one reason. They just don't have as much room to move around. But you need to leave me alone. Stop it. No, you're going to get me. When he starts doing that, he grabs the material and I'm on the other side of it. I am. Leave that arm alone.
So how are the other birds doing?
Physically, they all seem to be doing pretty well, except for Cosmo, her little injury. Emotionally, it's, Pippa's still sitting on eggs, and it's really hard to get her off the eggs so she can eat. And a lot of times I find that she hasn't touched her food, so I have to try to pick her up, put her by her food, and get her to eat. 9 times out of 10, she won't do it. She just wants to go back and sit on those eggs. You get out of there. Take the eggs out. She makes more, so that's not working. You're getting up here for a minute. I can take the watch off if it's going to be that bad. I can do that. Oh, he looks at me like, what? Bear with me a second, folks. I got to try to get the watch off. And I can't take the one off, but I can take the other 2 off. Oh, he's just having a fit about that.
So Michelle and Doris are here. Hello.
Hey. No.
Good to
Hello.
see you.
Cecil. Stop.
Cecil is keeping Don on his toes with his toys on his toes. And Cecil. And now he's looked like, oh, I'm so behaved.
He's fixated today. I'm going to get that wrist, whatever's on it.
Maybe he is mad because Babalu isn't out.
Well, he likes to have Bob out with him, that's for sure. They get along really well. They only fight not serious stuff, but in the incident.
Oh, look, cute eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Such a
Yeah, he's
It
a
was-
handsome boy.
It was actually Lorelai that started everything because she just wouldn't sit still. She was flying all around the place, bugging all the birds except Romeo, which is Romeo's the one she usually bothers. But she was bothering everybody, and Bob wasn't having it. That's what got him so aggressive. Stop it! You've got to stop that. I have to warm. It's cold out, and I've got rainouts, so I have to warm my hands. He's not letting me do it. Anytime I put my hand to get my hand warmer, he just tries to grab it. You can come back over here. He's like, oh no, you don't tell me what to do. You want to come back over? Well, come on. Just quit trying to grab my hand, okay? It's cold. I could put it on your chest and freeze you. But I don't want to do that. No, he's going to go get another toy now. I'm watching you. Said that's not a toy. Those are my shoes. Well, they look more like your toy than they look like my shoes, but what are you doing? Yeah, I know. No! That's my arm you're getting. It's not the bracelet. It's my arm you're getting. No, we're not going to do that. Here. Sit on my shoulder, hit my head. That'll be better. That way I can at least have a warm hand. Nut.
Oh, now he has his ball. I think everyone wanted to see this, especially Lisa.
I don't know about you, kid. Okay, you can hit my hand. I don't mind that. Grabbing my skin through the material is not a lot of fun. That's the problem. You don't even know you're doing it.
It's pure chaos. That's what we're here for.
No, not you too. Hey, what does Pippa go for? She goes for what would Peaches do with band on my wrist? First thing. That's my face you're hitting. Cecil? It is kind of amazing what being in a cramped space does for these guys. How some of them get so wild. This one here, he is definitely exploiting whatever skills I have in making toys because he's going through them so fast. I had placed an order for toy parts a month ago, and I had to do it again because this guy is just a buzzsaw. Generally, I don't have to do it that often, every couple of months, but what are you going to do? Break that apart? What are you going to do? What? He's doing that. Everybody else is looking pretty calm.
Yeah, the Sugar is not whining today. She's not even looking. Sugar,
No.
what's up?
No,
What's
she's not.
the Sugar?
Now she's whining. You mentioned her name and she's like, I'm going to whine now. Cecil, I hope you're not trying to get back on my left arm because I'm trying to warm my right hand, which is just like an ice cube. Hey, hey, Pippa, nut. Sugar, sugar bird. Sugar bird. Sugar bird.
Now she's looking a bit, but they all look a little bit snoozy. Now she's looking. Oh, Shuggy. Beauty
Sugar
queen.
bird.
And Snowball is also looking. Why are you so calm today? Only Cecil is a little bit nuts, but all the others are like, yeah, whatever.
Maybe they're worried that he'll go for them. Don't want to draw his attention.
That might be like the I'm a rock pretend.
Pippa's not too worried about that, are you, Pip? Are you, Pippa? You can come back over. I'm just warming up my hand. You're getting beaten in the face.
Yeah, I think Pippa wouldn't mind a chance to defend her eggs, but we don't want to do that.
No, no. Yeah, Lorelai was a little in the rear today. I mean, it was good she was getting her flight in because she was flying all over the place, but she was just irritating everybody else. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So there's somebody in the chat who's Serenity Butterfly who's asking, do you adopt out the birds? And no, we don't. These guys are permanent sanctuary birds. But if you're interested in adoption, then we would encourage you to watch lots of our videos and learn all about parrots and cockatoos before you take the plunge. But once you've done all your learning and if you think you're ready, then definitely we would encourage that because there's lots of birdies that need a home.
Yep, one of the trainers at the San Diego Zoo who had a Parrots and Cockatoo on his wrist described them as a 2-year-old with a pair of pliers and a foghorn. So, or a little ball that rattles and they're beating you with it. The beaks are powerful. They're gentle birds, but if they get excited, they can bite you, or if they're protecting you, they can bite you. Or if they've been taught by humans, that's the right thing to do, which happens a lot. People don't realize they're doing that. Because a loud sound you make when they accidentally get a hold of you will reinforce the bite. So.
Oh, now the whining has begun. There's the Shuggy.
And that's another thing to remember about birds. You can easily train them to do things that you didn't intend to. And they can train you because Sugar has definitely trained Dawn to pet her whenever she makes that sound.
That's her I want sound. They all have either a sound or a look when they want something. So it's that whining sound when we had an African gray and he used to whistle at me. But that was because the first time, or she used to whistle. When she whistled at me the first time, I gave her a treat. So after that, she just kept whistling. So basically, she trained me with that one whistle. And because I reacted the way she wanted, she used it over and over again. She also would say when I gave her something she wanted, she would say, way to go. And then when I left, she'd say, that's a good boy. So, hey,
Was that Murray who said that?
That was Murray, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't she also call you a caca head
Yeah, she
when
did.
you brought the cockatoos home?
Only time she ever called me that. And that was because I brought 2 cockatoos home. I brought Snowball and Bob Lewis on the same day. Cecil, she would like me to pet you, and you're standing, pet her, and you're standing on my hand. Doesn't seem to be phasing him. I really don't have a hand to do that, sweetheart. Oh, listen to her whine. It's a great sound, though. If you want something, it's a great sound to get what you want. Hey, no fighting. We've had enough of that in here today. No fighting. Lucy, little territorial thing. You get more than 6 inches from her and she starts snapping. She can't do much with that beak. It's been so damaged by the animal hospital that have her that all the work I do just keeps it functional, but it isn't terribly functional for hurting anyone.
Yeah, but she's intimidating. She doesn't need the beak to actually work. She
Yeah.
just needs to give one of her looks.
She has some patented looks, that girl. Yeah. Yeah, I think getting back to the update, I think the thing we're going to need the most is to show the lender that we have an income, a monthly income, so like $2 a month from as many people as we can get. 1,000 people at $2 a month would certainly get us a home for sure. Whatever we can get will help. Right, Cecil? Is that right, Cecil? You nut. The thing about Cecil is he gets you in a position and you end up with a kink in your neck. Don't you? And then I try to get him to go to the other side. He just almost immediately worms his way back to the side he wants to be on. And then you end up with your head stuck to the side. And I can try to straighten my head, but he'll just keep pushing it until it's leaning over. He likes it in that position. So,
Oh,
yeah.
my Cecil.
Diesel, that's, I don't mind you hitting my,
Back the dawn.
I wish you could understand English. I don't. So I understand certain words, but if I could explain to him that I just don't want to hit him hitting my glasses. That's the only thing I don't want him to do, because I've only got 1 pair and they've already been repaired once. That poorly. So, right?
It just looks so funny when he's doing his window washing routine. That's really what it looks like. It's like he's got a cloth and he's kind of going around in circles, like rubbing.
He is just a pleasure to be around. He's not really this much into beating me when he's got, a bigger place to be. But even though he still has his big cage, he's in a cramped space, and it just does weird things to his psyche. Like he has to beat me up all the time. I don't know whether I doubt he thinks that I'm the cause of all of this, but he probably just says I'm the most convenient object to beat on, because I'll let him do it.
And the thing with Cecil is he doesn't fly, so you can't even take him out on an aviator harness and get some energy out that way, because he just won't do it.
No, and that's what I'm looking forward to, if we can get a place that, like that one place we were looking at, which of course is probably gone by now. I haven't looked this week, but it had a 20-foot dog run. We could put chicken wire over that, and then, because we got big birds, and use that as a 20-foot flight area, and he could learn to fly. Pippa knows how to fly. Pippa's got those skills already, but he doesn't. He can fly. He will fly if he's scared, but he lands and looks like, how did I get here? He doesn't. He thinks he was teleported or something. He really doesn't get it. And if you don't train them to fly when they're young, which usually doesn't happen with these breeders, then they don't know the proper way to fly. Instinctively, their bodies will move in flight, but they're not strong enough. They don't have the strength in the muscles, and they don't understand that's the best way to move around. It's weird to see him go from one spot, climb down, walk over, and climb up 2 feet away where he can just go and be there. We can just open those wings and go. So I'm hoping that we can get a flight area for these guys. And now we might even open a little flight school and start training people to free fly their birds. But, there's a few places around the country that do that. It's good training because you can train them to recall so they come back to you. And then you train them to fly, you train them to recall, and then if something does happen, you can get them back. But it's tough. When they get up in a tree, it's a different perspective. So
Yeah, and part of the problem as well is that captive parrots, even if they're skilled at flying, they're just not fit. So if they fly off in a panic and then go really far, and then once the panic subsides, if they can't find their way back and they're not fit enough to kind of fly around looking for you, then they're stuck.
I know. Pippa's a good girl.
Well, Pippa's a good flyer, aren't you, Pip? And a good mummy too.
Yeah, that's a problem. She just, that cage she's in doesn't have a grate on the bottom. I can't move them around. Unfortunately, they're kind of stuck in the cages I got. It's fine if it's a night cage, but when it's the only cage, it's not good. We had to just convert all these night cages to day cages, with the exception of Jasmine, who could use a larger cage, but it's large enough, if she can flap her wings, which is the most important thing, and without even getting close to the sides, because it's a 40-inch cage. I like them 6 foot, but Cecil's an old California cage, and that one's that's a good sized cage, and it's one that he can't get out of. There aren't many of those. His old night cage used to be a round cage, and I had people comment, "You're not supposed to have birds in a round cage." Well, it was just his night cage, and it was bead welded. And anything that's not bead welded, you can't put him in there because he'll be looking at you outside the cage in 20 minutes. You can peel those bars off so fast. So
yeah, the only cage to keep Cecil in is the one that he can stay in.
yeah, well, I'm gonna try to find him another night cage, because I like to move them from their day cages to their night cages every day. It's better for them. It also makes cleaning better because you can spend more time cleaning when you're not fighting a bird to clean their cage. Although these guys are pretty good about letting me do that. But with the exception of Romeo, he'll get on, and sometimes Salamander will get down and defend the bars of the cage. Like, you're not going to clean this.
So where's Jasmine?
Oh, the Jazz. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Jazz. Jasmine.
The Chassie Jasmine. Oh, look at her. Did she do some beeping sounds? Some beep, 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 beep. She learned the Peachy song and is now doing her own little Chassie song.
Yeah,
Jasmine is such a good girl. Picking up the Peachy song. We are proud of her. She started it when Peaches was gone, so that was a nice tribute from her to the Peaches.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. Everybody
it's snowing. Snowstorm in California.
Yeah, I was, of course, we're in this small neighborhood, and I was about once a month, I have to take all these carbon filters and HEPA filters out and blow them out with a leaf blower. And So I was doing that one day, and the way the wind was blowing, I looked over, because there were cars parked over there, and there was one car that was covered with dirt, like it had been sitting there for a while, and I just laughed. I said, "Well, now it's going to be covered with something else," because it was covered with cockatoo dust. That was a nice dose you gave me there, girl. It just got over to me, so.
And that back in the corner is Sweet Shy Romeo.
Romeo. Whoops. Romeo.
A lot of people loved his video when he sits behind you and says, "I love you." He has the cutest voice for that.
Yeah, he's such a lovely boy.
It's an urgent "I love you." He doesn't say "I love you." He says "I love you." He takes charge when he says "I love you." So
Yeah, but he has such a sweet voice.
oh, he does. Yeah, he's a good boy, aren't you, Romeo?
And he's the one that's actually been doing better in the small space, because I think it's encouraged him to come outside more.
Yeah, he doesn't like being in that small cage, so he likes coming out here.
Yeah.
So that works. Yeah, that's negative reinforcement, but what'd you see, bro?
Yeah, and now you have actually a better relationship built with him since you are there.
Yeah.
So he's now sitting at you again and actually very happy. Well, he probably will also be happy in the new place when he has his super huge big cage back.
Oh yeah, he wants that cage back. I mean, I put him in there. He looks at it like, this isn't my cage. He knows.
Yeah, we all know, everyone who has heard the story from Chloe, who has picked her own cage. So I think they really have the ability to choose what they like.
And Bob, the cage he's in now is just coming apart piece by piece. I have to keep putting that wire on the outside of it, and and I have to double wire it too, because if you just put a single wire, he'll bust through it. But if you put two of them up there, he doesn't seem to go for the second set. So I have to
that video of him busting out of there was just quite something.
He's something else, that boy. But I can't blame him. I mean, it's a 32-inch cage for a big cockatoo. It's just not.
And he's so active as well.
Yeah, and it's hard to be active when there's no room to move around. So he's just tearing things apart. Don't blame him.
And then Peaches had that tiny corner cage that was pretty flimsy, but she loved it. That was her Peachy cage.
Yeah, she did love that cage. I gave her options. That's the one she wanted. So, yeah, corner cages and round cages are the things you don't normally want, but there's always exceptions. And then Peaches she liked the angles on it. It allowed her to climb up better.
Yeah, more things to grab onto.
Yep.
And she didn't really need the space, so.
Nope. These guys sure do, though. God. This one over here, I mean, he's going through cardboard like crazy. I just ordered some more of those cardboard toys, but they're 50 cents a piece, and you can just use old cardboard. But I mean, he likes those. So every morning when he gets his wet food, I hear you, sweetheart. Every
Sugar
morning
is doing a urgent wine, and Manda's looking adorable. And we are having now Gith in the chat. He's asking if you need more of the 316 stainless wire.
What are we talking about? The solid wire or the kind that you can bend to because I can always use type C 16 wire, sure.
No idea. I can only read what I see. Oh, and Susie Q is in the chat. Hello.
Hi, Susie Q. Falcon Sue's in there too. Hi, Falcon Sue. I wish I could see all that. The only problem with doing this in the aviary, of course, is that there's no way that I can see who's in there talking. But
Well, that's why we're here. We can read all the messages to you.
Yeah. You guys do a great job. They do, don't they? Can you say that's right? That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Right. That's right.
Well,
Pippa.
it's hard to catch up with everything. I think when Cecil bashes you and the other year is Sugar whining in.
Oh, Sugar. She just grabbed she'll sometimes pull my hair out. That's what she's doing now. She's up there pulling my hair out.
Is she trying to preen you?
Yeah.
Oh,
She also wants me to preen her, so she'll grab my hair and get my attention, won't you, girl?
no, Shaggy.
So new answer from Gabe. He says 116 stainless wire for TIG welding, and he will coil some up and send it to you.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
So thank you very much.
Much appreciated. Yeah, one of the local rescues that they occasionally do birds. They've got a stainless steel cage for us too, but it's gonna have to go in storage when they bring it up. They said they'd bring it up to me, so we'll get it in storage. I just hope I get an answer back from the lender. I don't have to keep calling every day for a while, but I understand this particular agent is not good about getting back to you, but she is good about getting loans. So, you have to, how did my dad used to say? You pay some money and you take your
We have
chance.
a discussion with the Lucy.
I think Pippa's just telling you to sit tight,
Mm.
and you'll hear soon enough.
Well, it's been a while. I haven't talked to her since I initially agreed to use her as the agent. So it's time we have a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
But or at least she can text me back and say, I know that the VA is the main holdup because they're really slow, but the advantage there is they check the place out so you don't buy a lemon. So
Well, when the lady phones them, Pippa can help you with the iPhone because she knows all about that. She can make sure you answer. Won't you, Pip?
Such a sweet Pippa.
Pippa, you gonna eat when I take you back? Are you gonna eat?
Oh, Pippa, you need to eat.
You're
To
not
keep your strength up.
knocking the phone out of my hand. You're not supposed to do that.
I think even Steve has eaten. Don't
Not for a
know
while.
what his favorite food. Apples.
Got a couple of birds that'll eat apples here. Salamander will eat them. Pippa will sometimes. Lucy
She
won't.
took a little bite out of each one.
Yeah, Pippa. Yeah, Pippa's definitely gonna like apples, right? She's the Steve Jobs bird,
Mm.
right? I said Steve Jobs. She looked right at me.
Pippa,
Yeah,
Steve
she
wants you
knows.
to eat. Steve wants you to eat your dinner, Pip.
What are you doing?
So Susie says in chat that, or she asked if the bald spot is created by the sugar bird.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh no, she's joking about your bald spot on the head. That she wants to know if sugar has created it.
She's
By
creating a little patch, sure, because she usually pulls and then whines. Got another one. You silly girl. What are you doing up there? Uh-oh. Don't go on the rampage with that. You can come over and hit me with it. Don't go bother the other birds. At least like you understand. You don't understand the English. Do ya? Nope. Nope. That's my face. He understands the tone of my voice. That's the thing. I'm so glad my arm is there so you can walk where you.
I love how he uses you as a perch while you're petting Sugar.
Yeah.
Such a useful human.
Pick a smaller target than my nose, would you please? There's no real professionalism in hitting my nose. Okay. Easy target.
And Troy Young is in the chat. And I think he has an umbrella cockatoo named Willie, who is 22 years old and also a rescue. And he says he likes paper and card boxes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Nesting material. They do.
Mm.
See.
Lots, everything to shred.
Yep. Yeah. I'll get it. There you go. Those down feathers, I don't know why they call them that. They don't go down, do they, Pippa? Pippa? That's the pip.
That's the pip.
There's the Pippa. You can see yourself. See, that's the Pippa. Oh, no. No Pippa. Snowball doing his Skywalker routine.
That's so freaking cute. Look at him go.
Just took Roman's spot. Cecil, I'd like to switch hands, like warm this other one up. It's an ice cube.
Oh, we have had a spider bird. I just see. Where is he now? Oh no. Is someone in Romeo's spot?
Yep. Romeo's had to come. Hey, no, we're not going to fight. Lucy, don't do that.
It's Snowball spider walking over and now. Oh, Romeo. You will get another spot.
Okay. You know, I've got one hand that is almost warm and the other one is frozen and I can't seem to get that one in the pocket with the heater.
Oh no, Cecil. Don't go to the poor Romeo.
Don't go on the rampage, Cecil. Come on. Hey, Pippa. Where you going, Pip? Where you going, Pip? You can't warm that hand up now. Oh, fingers are going to fall off in a minute. Oh, pretty jazz song. It's a
jazzy song. Beep, beep, beep,
Jazz.
beep, 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 beep.
Cecil? Cecil? Hey. You're on a roll. You just won't let me warm that one hand up for you.
Oh, that was a surprise. Awesome.
Cecil, that's the hand I'm holding the camera with. Cecil. Hey. Okay. That means I can't use my hands is gonna have to be cold. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not grabbing my sleeve. Pretty song. It's a
That was
jazz.
a lovely song, Jasmine. Jazzy jazz. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, none of that. Stop it. No. Good boy. Salamander does not like tails. If you put a tail in front of him, he will nip at it. Human or parrot, it doesn't matter. You want down? I know that look. Well, come on. Come on. Hello, Jazzbird. Hello, Jasmine. It's a beautiful name, Jazz. God, it's my face. Cecil whacking me with a ball in the face again. Oh, sorry. Sorry. You're okay. You're okay. I didn't mean to bump you. You're all right. You're all right. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean to bump the jazzbird. No, I wasn't trying to bump the jazzbird. Yep, let me get my just a sea of feathers down here. What are you doing? Hi. Hello, cutie pie. Where you want to go? Gonna go on my shoulder? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Amanda's dancing in the background.
Ooh.
Can't do that right now. I'm sort of tied up here. Hey, don't you do that. No nipping. No nipping at this little girl. She's just next to you. She's not doing anything. She's okay.
And I'm not around. Amanda
Look at him go.
spinning around and round and round and round.
It's a salamander spinning top.
So Joy Young, who is in chat, is talking about the topics cockatoos and screaming. He says his cockatoo doesn't scream very often, and when he does it, then he goes to the opposite side of the cage and starts whispering. So, oh no, we have a what? I'm sorry.
Well, if by screaming you mean repetitive squawking that goes on for a long time, such as 10 minutes or so, the best thing to do is just you ignore it until they make a sound you like. And once they make a sound you like, then you run over and give them praise or a treat for that. And eventually they'll stop making the one sound to get the reward. So don't just try.
Joy is saying in chat that when he is going to the other side of the cage and starts whispering, the cockatoo stops screaming and goes over to him because he wants to see what's going on or why he's standing there whispering. So he has found obviously a method to stop the screaming.
Yeah, the only problem with that method is that it can work just the opposite, in that the bird will scream to get you to whisper. So be careful of that one. Because if the bird realizes that screaming gets you to come over to the cage, then you're going to get more screaming. So that's
of course it can always backfire.
Well, it doesn't backfire if the bird starts repetitively squawking, what we call a scream, stops and makes the sound you like, and then you reinforce that without necessarily going over to the cage, right? You can say good bird for whatever the sound is, reinforce it, give them 10 seconds or whatever, and then bring a treat over and leave. It's less likely to cause that training. The one that comes to mind is a lady that had a military macaw. I've told this story before, but and the macaw used to like to have its beak yanked up and down, and then you yell at it. It liked that, right? So what it would do is it started running over to her. She didn't know when this happened, but it would start running over like it was going to bite her feet. And then she would grab its beak and yell at it, and then the bird would be happy. And what the bird was doing, hi Roman, what the bird was doing was training her to shake its beak and yell at it by coming over and acting like it was going to bite. So yeah, I just say be cautious. It might not happen, but there is a chance you could be training the bird to start screaming just to get your attention. So
It's kind of funny that the parrot liked that, but I guess that's a very parrot thing to enjoy. Just
you
being
never know
grabbed
what
by
they're
the
gonna
beak and
like.
yelled at.
Yeah. Oh, and you could tell it liked it too, because she did it right in front of me, and that bird just loved to have its beak pulled, and she wasn't yanking on it hard, but just grab a hold of the beak, move it up and down, and yell, and that's what it wanted. So stop it, Cecil. That is my shoe. I haven't had to say that today.
My budgies have trained me a little bit in that way, because sometimes they make this loud alarm calls, and then I came running, and then they sit just somewhere comfortable and were like, oh yeah, we wanted to see you. Good, you are here now. So nothing.
I love you, Roman.
But as long as they don't do it too often, it's okay.
I think they just like anything that gets a reaction, really, don't they? Just anything that makes you make noise or be animated. They enjoy that.
Yeah. And of course, when they scream and then they see me come running, then I think that's cool for them. I got the human running.
I'm gonna try to put my watch back on so I see what time it is, there, big boy. Because I've got an order of food for these guys coming from Costco. Veggies and stuff. Veggies and fruit. And they're always early. You say between 1 and 3, and they show up at 12:55. And so that's okay. I'm not complaining. Oh, I love you too. I love you too, Romeo. You're such a good bird. Oh, I love you, Romeo. You're a good boy. Somebody take your spot, Rome. Cecil, you're standing on my neck. Hey, that's my ear. Hey. Hey. Now, since Bob couldn't be out here today, I don't have to worry about my AirPods. Usually he whacks those things. Darn near deafens you when he does that. Instead,
Ellen, that's a good one. I saved that.
Yeah, that just came into my head. I thought that was funny.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Comes in the list immediately.
Like and subscribe right now so Pippa can afford a babysitter.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm concerned about her. This is the second clutch now, and I can't take them out. So I've got to hard boil them and leave them in there, and but she doesn't eat right. No, leave her tail feathers alone. Thank you, Mander. Yeah, I just want to come down. Come on, baby. Come on, Jazz. Leave her tail feathers. Leave her tail feathers alone. You've got nice tail feathers. You don't need to be pulling them.
Lisa wants to babysit Cecil. Brave woman.
Yeah.
Please take him.
Cecil, you're standing on the phone. He's an intense little guy. Well, folks, I got to cut it just a couple of minutes short because they just dropped the food off 5 minutes early. So
Okay.
thank you all for being here. Actually, what I can do is let you guys watch me take the birds in, and I can leave this running for a bit, so we don't have to actually end it. Okay,
that'll be fun.
Luz. Yes, yeah, if they let me out. It's not always the easiest thing to get out of here. Cecil. Except they move things around now. I'm not sure where to prop this up. Right here. There you go. Cecil, come here. Cecil. Come on. Come on.
Now let's see what the crazy bunch is doing.
Yeah, things always go a bit wild when it comes to going in time.
Suddenly the Moluccans start to get crazy.
You know, all the ones that just sat still for the whole 2 hours or whatever just suddenly start rushing around.
It's a little bit like in Toy Story when suddenly all the toys become alive when the human is gone. Like, so whoop, yeah, now we can go.
And someone's flapping.
Is that Manda bird fleeing? Where's it Daddy?
Looks like Sugar is eating the rope, which she's not supposed to do.
Oh no,
Sugar, don't do that.
is Sugar a bad girl again?
And Pippa's having a good time. She's running around enjoying herself, so that's good. Look at Lucy just on the chair. It's so cute.
Yeah, I think the chat is very entertained by the sudden cockatoo activity.
Yeah. Oh, Jasmine's having a
The
big flap.
flappy bird back there. Is that Shuggy or Jazzy?
I think it's Jasmine. Because I think
Manda is sitting behind and screaming.
Yeah, because I think Sugar's robo walking over to the other end. Oh, now Sugar's going.
Double flap. A triple
I think
flap.
that's Sugar on the right.
Yeah, look at all the Moluccans flapping. Sugar flapping, Manda flapping.
Look at them all.
Oh my, Flappy Festival.
It's so much fun. Can hear some squawking.
Hello, Jocelyn. Jocelyn just joined. So
Hello,
Don
Jocelyn.
is just a little bit away getting some food delivery inside. So basically the chat is watching the birds at the moment.
They all go a bit crazy when Don goes inside. Apart from Lucy, Lucy's being a good girl. She's being a statue. She's just perching right on the chair and not moving.
Good girl, Lucy.
Do you remember when she used to scream? She used to go, ah, ah,
oh yeah,
ah.
What did you say there? Tip tap.
That's right. That's right.
Next.
That's right.
That's right.
Just take me back inside. Take me to my eggies.
And is that Manda leaving? Yeah.
I think so.
Bye bye, Manda.
Bye, Manda.
Bye.
And who's this on the right hand side? Is that a Jasmine?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
good.
so.
That's exactly like it is. Could completely go into chaos within seconds.
Is that?
Oh,
Is it, oh
another
no, it's
flapping.
Sugar.
Oh my.
I think it's Jasmine flapping and Sugar climbing. Actually,
Yeah, I think too. The long leggy bird in the front
Yeah.
at the base looks to me like Sugar. And now she's flapping too.
yeah. I think Sugar's a better climber than she is walking. To be honest,
Yeah.
I mean she walks fine, but she kind of
Yeah.
robo walks very
She has
slowly.
a very unique style walking. It looks
Yeah.
funny when she walks over the floor.
It does.
It's super ladylike, like she's walking on a line, but
Yes, doing a tightrope walk very slowly. And Pippa's running up and down.
well, she wants to go inside to her babies.
Yeah. Jasmine's walking.
So bye bye, a beautiful life. Good to have you here.
This could turn into chaos in seconds. Yes, I agree.
Mm.
Someone's hanging from the ceiling.
Oh. Snowball is still in. I'm not sure what. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that
Someone-
must be Snowball because it's not Pip. So
it's Spider-Bird.
yeah,
No, Pip is running the ropes.
yeah, she's running on the ropes.
Well,
So, who is in line?
Shook Shook.
The Shuggy. Bye, Sugar Bird.
Bye,
Bye.
Shook Shook.
goodbye,
Nice to
sugar.
see
Oh,
you.
Shuggy. Look at that long leggy Sugar Bird. Oh my, she's
Sugar
attractive.
bird.
Beautiful, Shuggy.
Oh, it's got those supermodel legs.
Oh, Lisa has to go. Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa.
Hope to see you Wednesday.
So we've got a Pip and a Jazz and a Snowball, I think. And Lucy.
Oh, do we have a Romeo on the right side?
Do we still have Romeo?
Oh yeah, Pippa. You sure about that? Pippa.
Pip,
That's
Pip,
right.
Pip. Let's go. Get back to the kids, Pip.
Pippa.
Pip, Pip.
Oh,
Yes,
Aaron.
oh, yes.
In.
Oh, hey, Aaron. Yeah, the birds are going in now. Because the delivery just arrived from Costco. So it's time for the flock to go inside. So you're just watching them being put back in their cages.
Oh, look at it. Cutie pies.
So Jasmine is still out and Lucy is still out. And Romeo and Snowball, I think. So Lucy's on the chair. I think this is Romeo on the rope at the front right. Jasmine is the one walking on the rope. And I think Snowball's up in the back on the bars. Yeah, Pippa was coming up to the door and wanting to go in, so Don grabbed her. Because there's certain
Yeah.
ones that have to go in, but for the ones where there's no particular order, it's just whoever's waiting.
For some birds, he has to go fishing. Usually Romeo. Sometimes Lucy is a little bit stubborn.
And Lorelei as well, she'll fly around for a while.
It's a jailbird.
Jazzy!
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, look at her. That a kitty.
No. Good girl. And of course, Peaches used to not want to come in. She'd get under the chair and then sing and yell, but then not want to step up. So that was pretty funny. Oh well, bye Michelle. Thanks for coming. Don't worry, Jocelyn. As long as you're here, that's the main thing. We have to have our friends.
Yeah, we are happy about everyone joining us, and everyone can do a little even without donating by liking the videos and commenting and sharing our messages. Everything helps, so don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't worry if you can't afford to donate or anything. We're just glad to have you here as a friend.
Yeah.
It's a Lucy bird.
Oh, Lucy is holding on with her beak. Lucy.
What is she doing?
She's holding on to the hoodie.
Oh, she wants to hitchhike. As long as she doesn't do it with the ear.
Yeah. So
And now we
it's
have a well-behaved Romeo.
Romeo
No,
and
really happy
Snowball.
Snow. Spider bird, spider bird.
I think Romeo wishes that the aviary could be his permanent cage. He's just like, yeah, this is my cage now. Just get rid of Snowball and then I'll just live in here.
Yeah, I think a few wood blocks or a huge wooden perch and he just would be fine there. You probably.
And a hose pipe
Mm.
with a spray attachment.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Oh, I'm such good boys.
There, Snowball. Snowball.
Now he has to go fishing.
Let go. There you go. Come on, boy. Good boy. Stepping in poop.
Do you remember when Peaches used to get really far in under the chair and then refuse to come out?
Mm.
That was cute.
Snowball, you ready to fly, Snowball?
Snowball. Oh, wee.
And there goes the Snowball.
Yeah, although Snowball has this thing that he likes to do. It was Dan that taught him actually, but basically if you hold his feet, then he flaps his wings and flies all the way inside. While you hold onto his feet.
That's really lovely.
Yeah, it's very adorable. And now Romeo is like, finally got the place to myself.
Mm. But he still doesn't look fully relaxed. Oh, Romeo.
He's like, I can see that phone. I can see the phone.
Oh, no, yeah, he has such good eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't like the phone. So let's see if he'll come in today.
Come on, big boy. Come on, Rome. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Come on. One more foot. Come on, Rome. There's one. One more foot. You can do it. Come on. Just let go. Good boy.
Yay, Romeo.
Got to get you around all this stuff, though. It's okay. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's trying to get away.
Him, I got to get straight in. He's gonna fly.
Yeah, he's a brave boy. Good old Romeo. Oh yeah, does anyone have an update on Victoria Cockatoo?
I think there's a new video up today, which says she's still not doing good.
Yeah,
Poor,
poor thing.
poor girl.
Yeah, we've got all our fingers and toes crossed for Victoria.
Mm.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, and think about us on Giving Tuesday.
Well, thanks for the stream, Don.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. And thanks,
everyone.
Eleanor and Amy, for your help. Those are my people that watch and make sure that I hear any questions you got and keep me in line. So you guys have a great day.